Hi, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of the Profit Audit. Today, I'm joined by Jane, the founder of the Virgin Hair Fantasy. Jane started the business in 2011, and after 15-year retail career managing multi-million dollar stores, experience that still shapes how she thinks about margins, product, and customer service. She wanted to do something for herself. That is when she began making her own wigs, known for custom virgin human hair wigs, one on one consultations, real supply chain depth, including sourcing from multiple countries, making hair for every kind of woman. And she's built this for 14 years without outside funding, scaled it amazingly, and is now creatively expanding it. And that's the reason we have her as the first guest. And this Women's Day, we would like to talk to Jane about the thought behind her business and how she helped women look their most confident. Over to you, Jane. What is the Virgin Hair Fantasy? Who does it serve? Where did the revenue land last year? If you're comfortable sharing that.
So thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here. The Virgin Hair Fantasy is a glueless wig company that caters to busy women who want to look and feel their best. We did well over seven figures last year, and we've done well over, I would say, eight figures since we've been in business in total. So we've been profitable. Even when business was really, really tough because of the economy, we always stayed profitable because, again, we're very mindful of our business because we're bootstrapped, no funding. So, yes. So, thank you so much for having me. I hope that answered your question.
Yes, definitely. The brand is rooted in something real, which is confidence, identity, empowering women. So, where did this come from, the personality of the brand?
It came from me because I couldn't afford to have models every week. I went through a period where when we started the business, we had a surge. We were all over YouTube. We got viral moments. But what I didn't know then was those viral moments are very temporary. They don't always last. But when I was in the moment, I didn't know. It was my first time in business. But when that viral moment died off, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't keep paying influencers because that's going to mess up my margin, my profit margin. So I started doing the modeling, which was not a great idea at first because I didn't know anything about modeling. I didn't even know how to do my makeup. I was very camera shy. But I learned that even in my worst days of trying to figure it out in front of the camera, it was actually a strategy. Because people were like, oh my God, you're so clumsy. Oh my God, you're so shy. We love you. So I built my own personality unintentionally, messing up. Like I'm dropping the camera, my eyebrows look terrible. Like I was terrible. But my clients fell in love with the fact that I was trying, and that kind of stuck. So throughout those years, I've just kept showing them my journey and expressing how I'm not perfect, but we can do it together. So it built a community of women around me that has really helped us to be who we are. And that's why I started talking more about confidence and self love because I'm on that same journey and I just was sharing it.
I think being real does help. And that's what women will always relate to instead of seeing something artificial out there.
Mhm.
So, it does work. You're surviving in a category that has been there for a very long time. And the brands that you are competing with, they have huge distribution. So, how are you making Virgin Hair Fantasy stand out in such a busy market?
I think for me, it's personality and the content that I put out. And I struggle with this, and I'm not afraid to share that. It's not always like I know what to do all the time, but I always, when I'm in the moment of, oh gosh, is this something that I can share to kind of set myself apart from everyone? I'll give you an example. The way I treat my email list. I'm like, because the average woman buys hair from multiple people because she wants to try. Either she's happy with who she has, but she's always wanting to see if there's something better. So you have a client that's always going to kind of see what's out there. So my goal is how can I keep this client happy? What am I offering? Most hair companies are going to send emails about washing your hair, storing your hair, and all of that, which is traditional. That's what you're supposed to do. So I remember when Amazon stock split, they had a split, but Amazon stock is pretty popular. And when it split, it was like, I think $100 when it's normally like almost $300. So I was like, oh my gosh, because I wanted to buy some. I'm like, I wonder if my clients know about this. So I was like, well, it's not really hair related, but it's love related. That's what a family member who loves you will tell you. They'll be like, oh my God, make sure you check it
Okay.
out. So I leaned in on the love. I'm their girlfriend. Like a good friend will tell you that, right? Girl, I don't know if you heard, but make sure you get some kind of thing. So I sent out an email to my fan base, my clients, and I'm like, guys, I know this is not hair related, but did you know that the stock split? And what I got back was shocking. I had clients that were like, oh my God, Jane, I can't believe you did this. This is amazing. My accountant didn't even tell me. And I missed this. Oh my God, you're so sweet. I can't believe you did. So I'm like, oh my God. So I can literally share anything. It doesn't have to be about hair. It just has to be something that will help and benefit them. So I think for me, the love and care, the extra mile that I go is kind of what keeps me apart from other companies. I don't only show it privately in my email list because people on the outside didn't know I did that. But in the content that I put out on social media, it is very obvious that we're a different kind of hair company because of the kind of content we put out. It's not always hair related. It's like, we love you and we want you to be careful, or we love you and want you to do this. It shows that we care about the person who's consuming the content.
That's empathy on another level from a brand. So perfectly makes sense. So what was your best sales day ever? And when you saw that number, what did it feel like? Do you know if that was also the most profitable day for you?
That's a good question. I think that was one of the Black Fridays we had. And I think we did five figures that day, high five figures that one day, something that we normally do in a whole month. We did it in one day. So I was very shocked, but it was our most profitable day because the items we sold were just, I was shocked. I was so happy. But in that moment, it felt like all the work that we had put in, that they finally understood that we really care, because these women can shop anywhere. There's so many other options for them, but they chose to
True.
shop with me. And it felt like all the marketing that I was doing worked. So yeah, it was amazing.
Great. So apart from your own store, your own website, what are the other channels that you are leveraging for selling?
I'm using, I have to be honest with you, most of that's kind of, I use other people's platforms. I'll do a few blogs. When it comes to ads, I probably have used ads in the 15 years I've been in business. I would just say a total of 2 years. Ads have never been my growth strategy. And I'm not saying it won't be in the near future, but it was just never anything that we did. We did a lot of organic growth, but I'm now looking into ads going into the future just because it's been 15 years. I'm getting older. I kind of want other things to work as opposed to me doing it organically. But we use other people's platforms. I do use other blogs. I use other bloggers, influencers that have the community already to promote our product. So influencers, other people's platform, and a little bit of ads here and there.
So all the traffic basically comes to your website ultimately. You
Yes.
are currently not using Amazon or any other e-commerce platforms.
No, not at all. Not eBay, not Amazon, no other platforms yet. Am I going to entertain it in the future? Probably. But as of in the 15 years, never, no.
Got it. Okay. So right now, your website is the only place that is your store, and it probably is the one that is bringing you the most value, and that's why you are sticking to it. But if you had to expand to other channels, what is the data that you would rely on to make that decision?
No, I have to be honest with you. I don't know.
And what kind of accounting platform do you use?
We have a CPA, and I every now and then we'll use, what's that one called? Intuit. Yeah, we use that. But I understand how taxes and accounting is the most expensive thing you can pay as a business owner. So I not only have a bookkeeping team that helps me with my QuickBooks, I have a financial coach that also helps me. That's how we've been able to stay profitable, to be honest with you. We have help.
Moving on to like a different direction now. Does hair has a real product complexity? Part of the operations is taken care of some by someone else. You concentrate on your day to day. You just concentrate on the big numbers and the innovation in this category.
No, it's everything. I'm still part of all the processes. Now I do have a team, but I have to eyeball every category. I have to supervise every category.
Got it. Okay. So, can you give a rough number on how much does your team spend on reconciling orders and basically fixing the data between your website and QuickBooks? Does it take your bookkeeper a lot of time to clean up those books that come afterwards?
No, we've had our bookkeeper now we've worked with a team. We use a company. Well, we read a book called Profit First, which really opened
Okay.
our eyes. Profit First is a good system, and that's a system we use. Profit First has recommended professionals that we hired. And I have never, ever since I hired them, I became even more, I was already profitable. We became more profitable because we love the system. So when it comes to we have meetings once a month. So I don't know how long it takes them to clean my books, but I do know that tax time is stress free for me because everything is already organized monthly. So, but the exact time I won't be able to tell you.
Got it. Okay, no issues. So, another question then. After shipping and maybe returns and how you have set up your store, what is the real take home or gross from $100 sale?
That's hard to say. And I don't think I'm at liberty to discuss that detail,
Hmm.
but I would say it's over 50%, which last time I checked is pretty good. But we're even over that because of our very lean system that we have to stay profitable, our raw materials, our labor. I mean, everything we check every category. So it's over 50%, which I'm really happy about.
That's great. Has your mission related to confidence and the identity piece of the brand ever come in direct conflict with the purely financial decisions that you make? And if it does, how do you navigate it?
Yeah, it comes up a lot. And I think when you have a core of what you're going to be and what you're going to stand for, it's either yay or nay. And I think being a founder that is very specific and intentional, it's never caused me, and I've never needed anyone for money. So I think people go through that when they have to ask someone for money or funding, and then you're having to break your rules. And I've been the bank and the executor. So it's like if I don't want to do it, I don't want to do it.
True,
And
true.
so that has given me a lot of control and authority over my business. So if it's something that kind of doesn't align with our core values, I mean, as little as a company wanted me to showcase their products on my hair and it wasn't vegan and I'm vegan, I'm like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't care how much money you pay me.
Is there any piece of advice that you would like to give to up and coming entrepreneurs?
Yes, you don't need anyone to fund your business all the time. People just find that people just want to do a startup and funding, and because it got really exciting when these companies were coming in and funding small companies. That was like 7 years ago, and now there's stories of those companies losing their brand. So for anyone who's up and coming and you feel like you need funding, I want you to think about it. Is there any way? First, entertain bootstrapping it first. I started my business with $500 and we've made millions of dollars, not for joke, seriously, paperwork, millions from $500. Never took a loan from anyone. Of course, we had personal loans on our own under our name to grow the business, of course. But as of right now, my company owes zero to anyone. Zero. It owes me. I'm the bank. It owes me money, but it doesn't owe any bank, any credit card, no one. So I'm really proud of that. Now, I may have gone further if I borrowed or if I let someone in, but at what risk? So I want new founders to really be careful before you ask for outside funding. Make sure that you really need it and see if you can start small and grow it, not so fast, slow and steady, instead of asking for money and relinquishing control.
That's a a useful piece of advice. And generally, any founder that I have met before as well, I think everyone goes through their unique journey, and every category functions in a different way. But at the same time, what you said is something that somebody can take and apply to themselves very easily if they are starting small, like you, and trying to make their business profitable. Because at the end of the day, We have principles, we have values, there are things that we want to bring out in the world. But I think it's important that if you're starting a business, you do start thinking about profitability as well, because that way you help everyone, you sustain yourself, you sustain the people that are working for you, and at the same time take your vision forward, right? So very useful piece of advice. Thank you for that, Jane. And this was such an honest look at what it actually takes to build a durable brand. You have been there for such a long time, and thank you for sharing your real decisions, and thank you for being such a real person. And
I just want to thank you for your time.
have a good day.
You too.
So, if you found this conversation valuable, subscribe to the Profit Audit for more founder deep dives into profitability, trade offs that they had to take, and sustainable growth. This was the very first episode, so that's the reason it was this short. But from next time onwards, I'm going to take a deep dive into many more topics. See you around next time.